Hey everybody, I'm gonna keep this short because I'm getting ready to take a friend to a doctor's appointment. Actually, just go with her. We're getting Medicaid transport. Um, I was just watching a video from a channel called Ukraine Matters, and I like it because I found it's like under 20 minutes, and the guy just throws out all kinds of information at you. And I'm not sure I see his name, or I'd give him credit, but he has himself in a little box down on the corner here. And all the information coming up on the screen over here, and it's just on the, straight from the web, where he's researching. So you can see who it's, credited to, where he's getting it from, and everything. And if you want, you can pause the video and read all of the information and study the maps, study, the various things it's showing you, pictures, whatever. And, you, I mean, you can even see where to go to it for yourself. So I love that because it's very, very resourceful. And it's going to come in handy for me in my uh, writing of these graphic historical novels that I'm doing now. So I just was thinking, that as I'm watching it, thinking, I could do videos like that with myself just in a little box on the corner, and most of the information here for people to see, um, while I'm ranting about what I'm ranting about, President Trump doing, or what his actions have caused, and how hateful some people are, and the fight for decency. How hilarious I found the blow up costumes at the last King's Day. I want to say rallies instead of protests. Gatherings, let's say gatherings. King's Day, no King's Day gatherings. There we go. Um, I loved it. I loved it. Everybody's attitude is so awesome that shows up to those things. And it shows that even though they're all very different, they're willing to come together in a common cause and show that we can live peacefully side by side for at least 12 hours in a single day. Every now and then, maybe once a month. I think we should have these monthly, until Trump is removed from office. Just my opinion. Anyway, I just wanted to say I was thinking about all the videos I've done that I haven't even uploaded yet. And I know a lot of it is because of my Parkinson's, but then having the ability to just forget something like that also to me seems like me, um, perhaps my higher self, holding back from what I know I'm supposed to be doing. And I think it's on my ministry channel, not this one. I mean, I'll post this on there too, but mainly I post on my living channel because I have the most subscribers there. I have 65. um, but I just wanted to say, I was thinking to myself as I'm looking at this and going, I could do it like that. That way I'm a little bit, not so noticeable here. I'm not the main focus. And the stuff I'm talking about, people can actually see instead of just hearing me, blah, 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 Trump this, Trump that. how irritated I am and how angry it makes me that people are allowing this to happen. But it's only some people. It's people in the, you know, Congress. It's the old GOP mainly in the Senate. That's the problem. So, you know, they'll be gone soon anyway. So things are going to change. We're going to get some younger kids in there to take over with great new ideas, and I'm so excited for the future. I feel the change coming everywhere. People are getting better. There's more good now than there was when I was young. I dare say at least one of three people are decent. I mean, really good, down, love and light human beings, you know? If we could all just learn to walk in love and light and accept one another for who they are, you know, you be you, I be me. um, it would be such a better world if we all just spoke real, um, talk honestly, say what you mean what you say. Well, how many times I've told people that, like, just don't say something you don't mean, and really believe in what you do put out there. And that's what this guy's doing in a really nice, quick, concise way. And I like it. And I might take a little bit from him, and I'll give him credit. Uh, but it's that I got thinking when I started that channel, I posted a video on there called Afraid. Simply just afraid. And if you watch it, maybe I'll post it here, link it here somewhere, you can see that I am absolutely terrified. And now I don't know why. I'm just me. My thinking when I started that channel, I think there's another one I'll put over, I guess, called Introduction, which I made my daughter do with me because I was so terrified. And it was just talking about, you know, my wish to share my beliefs with others, how many others want to listen. I don't want to, not trying to push anything onto anybody, so I never wanted to start my own religion. In fact, I hate religion, and that's the whole point of my ministry channel. I am a spiritual minister, and I am a secular counselor and spiritual counselor. And I finally feel like I'm ready to talk to people and not be worried about trying to be something I'm not. Um, I thought I had to put on this nice, rigid, planned out performance to make videos that others might enjoy. And I wasn't comfortable being in front of the camera, feeling like I had to act. So I've come so far in the past decade. And I do have to give a lot of the credit to one of my very best friends in the world. Um, Aside from Leah, who I've got to get out there to because now it's a quarter after 11. Ride's coming at 12:15. So, I give credit where credit is due, like I said. And one of my very best friends in the world is Darko. I mention him every now and then at the end of a video. I've known him for a little over 10 years now. And it's been amazing to see him mature. He's a little bit younger than me, just a little. Um, and, you know, he's going to a university now studying to be a social worker, which just makes me so proud because he's one of the few um, in a world of evil and sin, which I don't want to get into right now, and I will do another one talking about that later. But non-religiously, we really are. this this is heaven and hell. Um, and I started talking to him, you know, a little over a decade ago, and it was from one of my early videos, and he had just sent me a message asking if I was okay because I went like 6 months or so from posting one after like one of my first two or three. I don't know. Time does get by from me without notice because of my Parkinson's, but I love it. I absolutely love not realizing how much time has gone by. I mean, because one day blends into another, and I just go out in the yard as much as I can when I don't have places I've got to be going, like now, and I just be. I become part of nature. I become one with the earth while my hands and feet are in it. And that's my most favorite thing. That's where I meditate. That's where I speak to the energy that is God, so far as I understand it. But I'm 61 and I think I understand it pretty well because I first heard not here, back here, I heard as if it were coming through my ears. Don't believe everything you hear. Take it with a grain of salt. 6 years old. Mom, what does take it with a grain of salt mean? She looked at me like I was crazy. Where did you hear that? Just heard it. She said it means everything's not as it seems. Not always. Everything's not always as it seems, is what she said. Which is true. But I've also learned that there's another kind of a duplicate meaning, which there is in everything in life. It's all duplicity and circularity. um, and energy. And Einstein said that everything is energy. Absolutely true. So the other thing I see out of take it with a grain of salt, as I've grown, I've realized because of things I've gone through that there are times when you have to do something you don't really want to do. Um, and taking it with a grain of salt can just make it a little bit better. Metaphorically, um, you know how when you put salt on a food that we in these bodies have to eat, um, which turns out in a disgusting way, but within itself is also beautiful and amazing, as disturbing as it is. The things this body can do. um, it's where was it? Parkinson's. Hang on, I have to back up. Oh yeah, take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, you know how salt makes food taste better. So if you kind of metaphorically put that salt in when you're absorbing, you know, all the awful news there is to absorb, and trying to find a reason for it, that little grain of salt somehow makes it better. And I will talk about that more in future videos. Main thing I wanted to say in this one is that I'm not afraid anymore. I might still get real emotional, and that's just because I am. I was talking to my Instacart the other guy the other day, and he started talking about my dog, and I welled all up in tears. I was able to keep talking without like bursting out, but my emotion shows. So if that bothers you, don't watch. I don't care anymore. I'm not afraid anymore. Um, in one of my poems, I remember writing uh, that I'm no longer afraid of. I said I might be scared of crowds just a bit, but I'm not afraid of any man. And I meant man as in, human being. Because as a child, I was terrified of everyone in this world that wasn't a critter. um, I love everything about this world except like what people do. And I'm not going to say people anymore because I used to say I like animals way more than I like people. That's still true, but I've on occasion said, I hate people, or I can't stand people. Um, and you can't categorize like that. I can't say that anymore honestly because there are so many good people out there, but I'm still afraid that the bad outweighs the good. And too many people are just lost because they don't want to get in touch with their true feelings. They don't want to show emotion. I wasn't afraid of showing emotion. I was afraid of trying to hold my emotion back because I thought I couldn't do that. Nobody's going to want to watch me fall apart as I talk about something spiritual or painful or something that makes me angry. You know, talking about my Parkinson's when I started this channel, which was about 5 years after I started the ministry channel, I think. Yeah, because that one's been about 15. I started to be more myself because I was talking about, the real things, the pain, the, the stupidity of it, the annoyance of it, but then reveling in the fact that I can still function through it, no matter how difficult. Some of us just have a little bit tougher lot in life to carry. Um, Others have it easy, seemingly. But I question, do they? Because Trump's not a happy man. Nobody that has shit tons of money is truly, truly happy, so far as I know or understand. I really, truly do believe money is the root of all evil. I've always had a hatred for money. Um, and I never understood why, though. And now I do. I understand. It's because it has this effect on people that makes them drawn to the evil things um, in this life. And I'm not going to say world, because the world does a lot of harsh things, but they're not for evil reasons. You know, predators eat prey, and the tornadoes tear up shit, and floods wipe everything out, and, you know, lightning burns. I know bad things happen, but it's not evil. It's only people that are evil. And an evil spirit decides to come down as an evil person. The way I see it. Anyway, I'm gonna get. It's now almost 11:30, and I have a quick other video to make to Darko. So I'll talk to you guys all next time, or even if it's just you, Darko. I love you, man.